Hello guys, so in this video I want to do a comparison with utilizing new and delete in C++ versus smart pointers. Now on the left hand side here I have a code that will create an array of vectors, right? And we'll just cast them to floats and print them out. I'm doing the same thing on the right hand side here. But if you, so this line here and this line here, and I will come down to this here and the difference here. Now, most of this here would be the same code, right? In terms of iterating through the vector, the array, and just printing out the values. But what is different is that if I'm using new and delete operators, you see here I have a vector, right? This is a pointer to a vector of floats, right? So vector array is the name of the pointer, right, to a vector of floats. And in terms of defining it here, right, see I have new, the keyword new, vector float. It's a vector of floats, type float, and I have an array here. So I have num vector. You see I have the square brackets, right? And here I declare num vector is equal to 3. So this is like saying this part here is 3. Now, because I'm using new, I have to use delete at the end when I'm finished, right? So I have to delete this array, and then I have to set this vector array to null pointer, right? So that we don't have any safety issues, right? Whereas when you look in, if I'm using the smart pointer technique, smart pointer, this is using new and delete. So here the only difference is I'm making use of std vector, std, using std unique pointer and make unique. All right, so this line, so we're talking about line 12 versus line 15. So same thing here, I have a vector array. So watch this, there is no asterisk here for pointer, but I have a unique pointer here. So it's a vector array, right? It's acting as a unique pointer to an array of vector of floats. Why it's an array of vector of floats? You see we have this here. It's an array, right, of vector of floats. So on the right side here, I'm saying that make unique. So that means allocate on the heap an array, right, or a memory block for an array of vector of floats. Now same here, you see I have one of the things that I did, you cannot use curly braces where you have num vectors. You're gonna have problems in your code. I tried that and I ended up with a lot of issues. So it has to be these, round brackets here for num vectors. All right, so keep that in mind. So this is the only line in terms of syntax that you have to change here. You do not have to delete the array at the end. You do not have to set the vector array to null pointer. This line gonna manage the pointer creation and deletion safely. Whereas over here, right, when you use new, you have to use delete and set the array, right, to a null pointer. Now, if you forget to do this here, you're going to create problems in your code. Whereas in this case, as long as you have this line going, you're set, right? So this is showing the difference between using new and delete, right, compared to smart pointers. Now, I would run the code so you would see that we're getting the same output from this code here, right? So it's a comparison, just the line 12 versus line 15, but for the new and delete, for the array, for the code on the left, you have to do line 12, you have to do line 30, and line 31. So you have to do 3 lines, whereas on the right, you just have to do that 1 line, right? So let's get to the code. So I have my codes here. Let me just, this is gonna take me a little while to hover this around. All right, so we're gonna run this code here, and this is CPP vector 1. All right, so I go to my terminal. I think, let me just check something if I can get this actual terminal. View terminal. Okay, maybe I can't. So anyways, I just need to figure out where these, so it's in CPP vectors. All right, let me just try something here, guys, bear with me. ls, I have a CPP vectors. Yep. All right, so let's cd into CPP underscore vectors ls. So let me just set up this. This is too long, so I'm gonna use a shorter prompt. ht pwd. All right, ls clear ls. Okay, so now we're gonna run this code for CPP vector 1, right, dot cpp. So let's do that. G++ dash std equals C++ 2a dash o. I did run this before, but I'm gonna rerun it here now. So ideally I should have removed this file name CPP vector 1, right? Then CPP vector 1, right, dot CPP. So now we are gonna check this CPP vector 1. Okay, so we have 3 arrays, 0, 1, 2. The first array is the I value is gonna be 0. So let's get back here now. Oh, I can't do that. So pretty much here I is equals to 0. So when I is 0, 0 times anything gonna give you 0. So 0 times this first 1.1 is 0, and then 0 times 2.2 is 0. Now we iterate and I is equals to 1. So then you're going to get, first you're going to static cast this 1 to a float, right? And static cast is going to convert related types, right? It's an explicit conversion here, right? From an int to a float. So then you multiply by 1.1, so you get 1.1. Then the same, you static cast that 1, you multiply by 2.2, so that's vector 1. And then you do the same thing for when you go to the next iteration. Here is going to be I is equals to 2, and that's how you're going to get this going, and you're going to just print it out here. All right, now let's look at this now from the other side of things, from the smart pointer angle. So bear with me here. I need to get this so yeah, I'm hovering my way here. So in this case here now, we're gonna run this code here, and this is CPP vector 1 smart pointer CPP. So if we go to this code, let's try that. Just need to make some changes here. It's vector 1, right? Smart PTR, and then CPP vector 1 smart, right, PTR dot CPP. So let's compile this code now. Okay, and now we're gonna run this code here. So let's go CPP vector 1 smart PTR. So you got the same answer, okay? But the difference is, in using the smart pointer, we don't have to do a delete. We don't have to do memory management at the end. So that is what I wanted to show in this video, guys. So if you know how to use smart pointers, you don't need to use new and delete anymore. All right. So I will end this video here, but I'll just try to get my screens open so you can pause it and you can see the difference. Line 15 here is important, and going over to line 12, if you use new and delete, you'll have to use the delete and setting the pointer, the array to a null pointer at the end. And if you forget to do that, you can create problems for your code. So it is recommended now in C++ to use smart pointers. So I'll end this video here, and until my next video, bye for now.